So you will just have to kill me.
You will just have to kill me, said the former President Rodrigo Duterte as he was arrested on board a plane landing in Manila, the Philippine capital. Hours later, his daughter Veronica posted this video of the 79-year-old in detention.
What is the law and what is the crime that I committed?
The crimes he's accused of, the extrajudicial killings of thousands of suspected drug dealers, first while he was a mayor with his own death squad, and during his notorious presidency of the Philippines from 2016. Many families of those killed say their loved ones weren't involved in the drug trade at all. He's always said he did it for his country.
If you have to shoot them dead. And this is what is the human rights idiots are trying to complain. If you insist on a drug war, I will kill you all. I will kill you.
Rights groups claim he had over 30,000 killed, and now the International Criminal Court has caught up with him. Not without help, it seems, from the current president, Bongbong Marcos Jr., son of the notorious dictator Ferdinand Marcos. It means two dynasties at war just a few years after an unlikely peace. Duterte's other daughter, Sara, is still Marcos's vice president, albeit with impeachment proceedings looming over her. But the Dutertes still command support, and as the former president is flown to The Hague, the country is once more on edge. Earlier I spoke to Richard Heydarian, senior lecturer at the University of the Philippines and author of The Rise of Duterte. I asked him how much of a bombshell the news of Duterte's arrest was.
I think bombshell is an understatement. I mean, this is highly consequential on multiple levels. I think, first of all, it's a big good news for a rules-based international order, especially in an era of Trump, where every single global institution is coming under attack. I think the ICC can finally take a big win. I mean, last time I checked, the ICC had warrants of arrest against a couple of people, including Putin, Netanyahu, leaders in Taliban, among others. I'm not sure, practically speaking, we're looking at any trial anytime soon for those individuals. So to have someone with the profile and notoriety of Duterte likely within their jurisdiction in the coming hours or days, and hopefully a trial within the coming months, probably 3 months from now or so, that would be a big win for ICC, and I think ICC really needs this.
What is fascinating about this is that Duterte's daughter is the current vice president. He endorsed the current president, who now seems to have turned on him. What's happening?
This is classic Game of Thrones, right? Loyalty is shifting all the time, and one thing you know, you're being stabbed from the front or from the back. Well, the reality is that the Dutertes were the cause of the trouble. I mean, they could have actually cruised their way all the way to 2028 with Sara Duterte, the current vice president, even potentially getting Marcos' support to be his successor. But no, the Dutertes were not willing to wait. They were entitled. They pushed the envelope. They insulted the president. They called him a cocaine addict. They incited sedition. They called for even coup d'etat, separation of their hometown. My goodness, what else? And then at some point, I think Marcos Jr. just realized, okay, this is an existential crisis, and I'm going to show who's the boss here.
There were thousands of people killed in these supposedly extrajudicial killings. But at the same time, when Duterte left office, he was wildly popular, wasn't he? So for this to happen to somebody who could still command that much support, how explosive could that be now in the Philippines?
I think Duterte is popular, but not as popular as his survey suggested when he had that fear factor. In fact, his daughter only has a net 20+ approval rating. So that means actually they're not invincible. We have to also watch what will happen next. What will the daughter do? What will the other surrogates of Duterte do who are running for the Senate? Will they be effective in coming up with a kind of a counter narrative and portray themselves as the victims of a witch hunt? So this is just round one in a new chapter in Philippine politics.
Richard Heydarian, thank you so much for speaking with us.
My pleasure.